So I hope that felt good. I think it's just kind of a moment between these two. Both of them have this one thing in common.
Hey friends, hey, welcome back to SheSoDramatic. Thank you for joining me for another video. Y'all, today's Sunday, so let's go ahead and get ready for the week. This week, I'm going to be carrying my Coach Gallery tote that is in the light khaki and chalk colorway. I lost the tag that came with the bag, so I'm sorry, I can't tell you the exact color combination, but I believe that's it. I'm going to be transferring items to this bag. Right now it's completely empty. We're going to pack it together. But I'm going to be transferring some items to this bag from my previous carry. So it's going to be a little bit of a lazy switch because I did purposely pick this color because my accessories already match it and I don't have to swap out all of my accessories, maybe just a few pouches, but not all of them. So last week, if you remember, I was trying something new and I'm not sure that it worked. Last week, I carried this Michael Kors tote. It was a really busy week for me at work and at the theater. Of course, it was the first full week of the year, so we were all back at work. Plus, I was in rehearsals for our current production. So I knew it was going to be a super busy week and I knew I was going to have to pack a lot of stuff. So what I tried to do was to pack my work bag in this Michael Kors tote, which included my laptop and everything that I needed. And then the idea was that if I needed to switch to a smaller bag, like to run to the store or for any reason, that I would have this on standby, which is, you know, the same color combinations. And I thought it would be easy just to kind of pick up my pouches from this tote and dump them into this little bag. But y'all, last week was not, I won't say it was a fail, but it was not a win. I got so frustrated with these two bags right here. I'm not going to do that again. And thank goodness, my workload is slowing down, so I don't need to carry so much. I won't be away from home for so long this week, so I don't feel like I'll have to carry a lot of stuff. Plus, I have never been a fan of bags that have this middle zipper compartment. I've never been a fan of that, and I thought I could make it work this past week, but it got on my nerves so bad. So I am definitely, I don't know if what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to keep this bag or not, but I cannot stand that middle compartment. It just does not work for me. But anyway, as I mentioned, I purposely picked my gallery tote that is a similar color so that I can just do an easy and lazy switch and pull out the majority of these items. So that's what we're going to do together. I hope everyone has had a good week and a good weekend. I will say that I am feeling a lot better. It took me a long time to recover from the holidays. Let's just say that. And I was not expecting to feel as sluggish as I did for as long as I did, but it took me the entire week to, you know, start feeling like myself again. And I will say that I don't feel 100% yet, but I'm definitely in the 90-ish range. So I'm just happy about that. And I do have to keep reminding myself that not only did I have the holidays that I was, you know, dealing with and all of the family obligations, you know, and all of those things that I absolutely love, but I was coming from one production straight into another one. I only had a 2-week break, and so that just made it really, really difficult. So I am going to be using my same wallet that I used this past week. I don't feel like taking all this stuff out of here, so I purposely chose this color because of that. This is the Coach Zip Around wallet. It is my favorite style of wallet. It's the accordion style. There's a lot of card slots in here and a lot of spaces for organization. So this is definitely my favorite. So let's go ahead and put that in there first. And I didn't mention this, but if you're not familiar with the gallery tote, there is a zipper compartment on this back wall here. So a zipper compartment there, and then on the front wall, there are 2 slip compartments here. And then also on the back of the bag, there is another zip compartment here. So my understanding is that the older style gallery totes had the zip compartment in the front. And I don't have any of those classic older gallery totes. So I have this one with the zip compartment in the back. So we have our wallet in there so far. Next up, I'm going to add my corner zip wristlet, and I'm just pulling this right from the previous bag. So this is definitely one of those lazy switches. I'm still using this as a candy pouch. So in here, I just have gum. I have tea bag. My favorite tea is the Bigelow peppermint tea. And so I also keep a few packets of the sugar and the raw in here, just in case I'm ever somewhere at rehearsal or anywhere and I just need to make myself a cup of tea. It's one of those things that calms me down, so I like to keep it with me. I also have some peppermints in here, some Listerine breath strips, some cough drops, some trash apparently, and I even have a drop-in, one of those Crystal Light drop-ins in here. Mango, the peach mango green tea is my favorite. So I will put this in next. Okay, so this is one thing that I'll have to switch. In my previous carry, I was using this as my little makeup pouch. I got this off of Amazon. It was a set of 3, and this was the middle size, what you would call the middle sized of the 3. And so I am going to go ahead and switch these items into something that matches a little bit better. And it's just this little soft pouch that I also got off of Amazon. So I'm going to dump my makeup items into here. So I'll take my compact out, and this is my Studio Fix from MAC. I also have a blush in here. I hardly ever change the items in this little pouch, y'all, so you're going to see the same things over and over. This is a blush, and I've worn the name out, so I don't even know what brand it is, but it's definitely drugstore. I definitely need my inhaler. This is my favorite body spray. It is the Sol de Janeiro number 71, and I just put a little bit into this little travel size bottle so that I can have it with me. This is some cuticle oil. Well, actually what it is some shea butter that I got when I was in Ghana, and so I use it as cuticle oil. Here is some chapstick. This is just the Palmer's lip balm. Here is a lippy from the Lip Bar, and this is Rich Auntie. I have a little brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush that I use with that compact. I keep a comb. I have my favorite concealer, which is the Tarte Double Duty Concealer. Little travel size. I also have a little travel size mascara from Tarte. I have a lip liner from e.l.f., a pencil brow from e.l.f., and another pencil stick. And this Rimmel lip gloss that is just about gone, so I need to replace that. So those were all of the items in this little pouch. And I'm just glad that they fit. So this will go in next. So that is how it's looking so far. Next up was this bathroom pouch that I had in my previous carry. So this was the smaller of the bags that came in that set of 3 from Amazon. And I was using this as my bathroom pouch. So it just has some Kleenex, some feminine products, some bathroom spray, some wipes, some soap sheets, all of those good things that you need or may need. And so I'm going to switch these items into the large zip around wristlet from Coach. I thought that would go well. All right, so there's my Kleenex. I've got a few maxi pads as well as a couple of panty liners. I have some wet ones. Another wet one. I have a couple of feminine wipes. There's the bathroom spray. Here is some body deodorant. I've got my soap sheets, a Neutrogena face wipe, and the rest are meds. So I've got some vitamins and supplements in case I forget to take mine in the morning. I'll always have some with me. I like to keep those in there. Here is some pain medication that I like to keep with me, ibuprofen and Excedrin. And then here is some allergy medicine that I like to keep with me. So let's make sure that this is all gonna fit. I feel like sometimes these wet ones, I feel like they leak sometimes. And so I feel like I have to be strategic with how I put them in my bag. Because I definitely don't want them to like wet up my panty liners or my pads or anything like that. So I try to keep all the wipes on this side. And then the soap sheets. So this is going to be a lot. Let's see. There's my extra medication. All right, we got it all in there. Let's see if it'll zip. Okay. It's chunky, but we got it in there. So I do have a couple more items that will be in here loose, and I don't love that. So let me see if I can put them in another pouch. So the things I'm referring to is my favorite lotion. This is the EOS pistachio, and some hand sanitizer, my earbuds, my charger, my portable charger. What else? I want to make sure that I have an extra lippy with me. So this is a e.l.f. lip oil. All right, so let's see if they'll fit into this Nolita. I believe this is a Nolita 19. I always confuse them. Let's see if it says. Yeah, Nolita 19. So let's see if these items will fit in here. That way they're not just floating around the bag. Whenever I carry a tote, I try to carry a pouch for everything. I don't want to have to dig for anything. So let's see if this will work. So I'll slide the portable charger in there first since that's flat. And then let's see if my lotion will go in next to that. Let's do the AirPods. And then the extra lippy on top of that. So it feels heavy, but all Coach accessories feel heavy in my opinion. I think it's just because the quality is so good. Before you even start adding items to it, they are already heavy. So you have to keep that in mind when you're packing your bag. If you need to pack strategically so that your shoulder's not hurting or your back is not hurting, just keep that in mind. Coach accessories are heavy to me. So I'll slide this in here. and we'll see how that works out. If I find that the bag is too heavy throughout the week, I may have to do something different. So the only thing I have left for loose items, I do have some hand sanitizer spray that I want to keep in. I think I'm going to keep this in the slip pocket for easy access. And then I have my readers that I like to carry with me everywhere because I need them. I am still carrying my same Coach notebook as a planner. There's nothing really I can show you because I haven't really decorated anything to make it cute. I'll show you this first page so that you can see what notebook I get, what calendar notebook I get that fits into the Coach notebook cover. And it's this Create a Notebook that I get off of Amazon. So I'll be carrying the same one for this week. And my same pencil case that I used last week. And then the last thing, well, two things. In addition to my candy pouch, I also like to keep peppermints handy in my zipper compartment here. So I have this handful of peppermints and other candies that I just like to be able to reach into my bag really quickly to grab. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I find that I love a good hard candy. That's a sign of an old person. I like to have the peppermints and the hard candies just kind of within easy access. So I put that in the zipper pouch. And then the last thing is this little pouch here. It's not buttoning all the way because of a gift card that I have in here that's standing up pretty tall. But I'm using this little pouch right now as my gift card pouch. And I want to make sure that I have this with me so that I can actually use my gift cards. I don't know if any of you are like that, where you will go long periods of time without using your gift cards. And I don't want to do that this year. So I definitely want to carry these with me. And so I thought that matched pretty well. So I'll stick that in there too. And I think that's it, other than my keys and my phone, which I'm filming on. So let's see how it's looking so far. I think I'm going to have to rearrange some things to stand them up. All right, so here is how it is packed. I did have to stand a few things up so that everything would fit well together. But that's what it's looking like. So this is how I have myself packed up for the week. I hope this works out better than last week. I think it will. I can tell that it's already heavy. Like I can already tell that it's going to be a heavy carry this week. But I may not need to carry my planner with me every day. So that'll definitely help on the days that I don't have to carry it. That will lighten the load a little bit as well. So that's it. I'm hoping that this will be a better carry for me this week. I'm hoping that it will help me stay organized and on top of all of my tasks. I hope something that I have said or done has inspired you to go ahead and get yourself ready for the week. So y'all just remember, as you are checking things off of your to-do list this week, make sure you're spending time with the people and the things that bring you joy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.